We'll chant from verse 21 to 25.
वेदाविनाशिनं नित्यं य एनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम् वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः अव्यक्तोऽयमचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
We'll chant 25 again.
अव्यक्तोऽयमचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
Any questions? What did you discuss in the last class? On bhakti. Hmm? What was the discussion? Forgot? क्या है? क्या discussion? Nobody remembers anything? Okay. So I don't know what you guys are listening to. What is happening with the classes? Nobody has one point. Did anybody attend, first of all? last class.
We all attended, sir.
Then what is the point?
We were taking Sunday break and listening also.
Yeah, but what were the points that you heard?
I remember some detachment he spoke about.
And
Being detached.
what else?
And what else? He was clear in his speech.
What is the speech? Is the question, not how was the speech. Detachment and what else?
And he was saying that what is spirituality is something that it's not that one time thing, like you have to go on repeating it, and you should not feel, and you should feel happy in repeating it, like to understand or learn things.
Okay. Anything else?
And then he told us 2 stories also.
What stories?
One about farmer or someone, he was taking his donkey,
Um,
and he's tying him up.
Swami
and
Ramatirtha.
So once he forgot the rope.
Yeah,
So then,
right. What is the what did you learn from that story? Like, what is the saransh of the story?
The saransh is that you yourself are tied to the world of materialistic things on your own. Once you realize that this world is just mithya, is just jhoot, is just false, then you can get away from it. So it is our mental condition which binds us to this world for that matter. That's why we have to think and come above it. And I also gave example of elephant, that how they tame elephant. Elephants are tamed in this way that they are chained. And he also, if I'm not mistaken, he also talked about religion, that one can pray to God. And at the same time, when you pray to God, I'm not sure whether he said or whether you said about it. No, you can pray to God. Okay, fine. And at the same time, you also have to be thankful to all the things which are there around you, the nature, the spring, the fresh leaves, the birds chirping in the environment, and you have to be thankful that there is some force, somebody, not a formless, someone who is taking care of it, and also thankful, be grateful to the things which you are getting in the world for free.
Mm. So interesting part of that story, you all remember the story, no? So he usually ties the donkey, but he forgets. So he is going back running to get the rope, and one person tells him, just act as though you're tying it. So he acts, and then he looks back and the donkey is exactly the same place. And then now after the whole day is done, he wants to get the donkey out now. Donkey doesn't move. And he's like perplexed. There's nothing there. Why is the donkey not moving? So he goes back to the same guy and then says, hey, donkey is not moving. The other person says, you tied imaginary tie, right? Have you removed the imaginary rope? He said, oh, no, I didn't remove that. So he goes back and removes the imaginary rope in front of the donkey. And the donkey moves. Swami Ramatirtha is saying, this is how our attachment to the world is. It's an imaginary bondage that we tie with the world around us, with people and objects. So that imaginary bondage ties you. All you need is the knowledge that there is no bondage and you're free. Right? So verse 25. This is avyaktam, unmanifest. This is inconceivable, achintyoyam. This is unchangeable. Therefore, knowing this as such, as those three, you should not grieve. Now, unmanifest. Yes, sir.
Sorry to bother you. Just to emphasize the point about we getting tied to the word. So many times we attend some ceremony in which some death take place, and the panditji or whosoever, they keep on saying that, look, this word is mithya, and this fellow will go away, etc. We realize that the importance of or the uh, treasureness of what is happening around us, still we get attached to the word. I mean, we are reminded time and again that, look, this is something which is not real, but still we get attached to the word once again. Thank you.
Yes, we do. So here, this means God, self, is unmanifest. So unmanifest means that something that the senses cannot perceive, no? That is unmanifest, right? Whatever is manifest, your senses can perceive that. So what is unmanifest? Generally, in all the five elements, what is unmanifest for us?
Space.
Space is unmanifest. So this is said to be unmanifest. So space is God? Can't be. Space cannot be God, though it is unmanifest. So we worship space? No. Why not? We do, but it's not God. Why not? Because, next word, it's inconceivable. Space, you and I can conceive, right? Einstein conceived it amazingly. He conceived and postulated theories and mathematics to prove that space itself bends. Can you believe that? Emptiness bends. So it is proven that space bends. Like how a stick bends, empty space bends due to gravity. So even space has properties. You would think space doesn't have properties. It has no properties. Space has properties. It has bending property. It's a physical thing.
It's like a sphere, no? Like full.
Yeah, you have to like get into special relative theory and all that. So where there is heavy object, the space bends, goes inside, and the light bends. Light goes straight, no? It bends because the space is bent. Those are things are there. Space itself bends. So space is, though unmanifest, it is not inconceivable. Einstein conceived it, and we are all able to conceive it. It has got a property. Then this is inconceivable. What else is inconceivable then? Okay, if space is conceivable, then vasanas are inconceivable, right? Because intellect is a product of vasanas. But again, if vasanas are inconceivable, vasanas is God. No, it is unchangeable. See, look at the formulation: unmanifest, inconceivable, unchangeable. Vasanas change. Vasanas can be increased. Vasanas can be decreased. Vasanas can be deleted. Vasanas change. So it is unchangeable. Self is unchangeable. It's the subtlest of the subtle. Sukshmataram sukshmam. Subtlest of the subtle. So it is inconceivable, it is unchangeable, it is unmanifest. Therefore, knowing this as such, see, something which is unchangeable means it has no death, right? You should not grieve. Next verse.
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम् तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम् तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि
But if you think this as, see, constantly being born or constantly dying, even then, oh Mahabaho, you should not grieve like this. See, now he has given until 25 philosophical standpoint to Arjuna. Like, you're not the BMI, you are the self. So nothing happens to the self. Now here in this verse, even if you take a basic materialistic view, right, a grossest view, and you think the self is born and self is dying, even then you should not grieve like this. Why not? You see what Krishna is saying now. Even if you think the self dies, O Mahabaho, O mighty arm, you should not grieve like this. Why? You
Because
are,
because like even if it is gone, it is there somewhere in some other form. So
no,
it's
he's saying, let's say there is no other form,
okay.
just gross materialistic. See, uh, if we go literally by perception, we see someone, then we don't see them and conclude that person ceased to exist, right? Let's say we take that standpoint. Even then, you should not grieve, he's saying. Why?
Like be in the present. What is
Okay.
there in front of you now?
Huh?
What is now in front of you?
Yeah. Okay, what about it? Be in the present.
Don't
Means
grieve about it.
even if that person is not there, like
Uh,
10 days the person was there and now the person ceases to exist in the sense he's traveling or he's gone
uh,
somewhere. So I'm still surviving, no?
yes, correct. Uh, so your thought process, let's say you're a very, very practical person. You're very practical. You don't believe in self and God and all that. You're just practical. Clear, practical person. You see somebody, you don't see somebody. That person was there, now he died. You don't see him. Cremation ho gaya. तो खत्म हो गया बंदा. Right? No, you don't see him. He's dead. A very practical person, what will you think? Highly practical. No.
He thinks the life goes on. The,
Life goes on, meaning what? Correct.
what it means that we have seen our parents and we have seen our parents not there. And at one point of time, we believe that how can we survive without parents? But life goes on. We see our spouse or some near dear one. We say that we can't live without them. And then we see, okay, not gone. Children, or anyone for that matter. Life has to go on. It is a circle which keeps on going on and on for that matter. No? It's like when a bull is used to, draw water from the well, and it keeps on going on and on for that matter.
Yes, this is how it is. Exactly. Life is. I'm a practical person. I have not come across any person in the world who has lived forever. Person chodo. I have not seen anything in the world which has been living forever. Living bhi chodo. I have not seen anything in the world which exists forever. Nothing nothing does not change. There's nothing like that in the world.
You mean to say nothing is stable?
Nothing is stable. Nothing is unchanging. Everything changes. And everything which has a beginning, meaning which is born, will die. Die means it will perish. Anything in the world you see, you're a very practical person, right? You see everything. In your own lifetime, you've seen things perish. And the history of the world, things perish. And inorganic matter perishes. Organic matter, very, very simple, it perishes. Good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't matter.
So it's like if a person is this practical, then the person should definitely not grieve.
He will not grieve if that person is so practical. See, I remember my dad says this, you know, he is an atheist in and through from every cell of his body. He's an atheist, but he's a philosopher. Not philosopher, definitely philosophizes. He says everything will perish. Everything will perish. And he's a very practical view of life, because he's a scientist. Everything will perish. But he also says, but if you perish, I feel bad. He's telling me. But if you perish, I'll feel bad because I'm attached to you. Because you're my son. That's the reason I will feel bad. But somebody else dies, I will not. I'm a very practical person. I know everything will perish. My money will go. My house will go. I will go. I know I will go. When this is like 10 years ago, on his 65th birthday, he called me and then said, I'm so happy. Said, why? What happened? Because of your birthday? I said, no, 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 not because of the birthday. He's saying, I am those lucky few, 5% in India who has survived 65. I'm the luckiest, the 5%, or the 100%. I'm the 5% of people who have survived. Not because of birthday. So that's the thing, right? So even a practical person. Now, even a very practical person, if he grieves, that means he's being impractical there. Why is he becoming impractical? Attachment.
Emotional, yeah.
Attachment means what? What is attachment? Practically, what is attachment? What is it that your mind is thinking? Attachment means what? Here it becomes impractical. What
That
is
he, that
Isn't
he's
attach isn't attachment selfishness? Because you rely on the other person to meet your comforts.
ठीक है. I understand that is independently true, but not in this context. In this context,
mine.
he's a very practical person. What is practical person is thinking
That
every.
he's mine.
No. What is a practical person thinking? Why is he not upset with the world, a practical person?
Because he knows that everything will go.
So what is impracticality when it comes to his son or daughter?
He should
That
stay.
they belong to me.
No, you're saying something?
That he should that it should not go or he should not go.
The impracticality for that practical person, he is losing it. He is losing his impracticality, which is he is being impractical, which is they should stay. Everything he understands that they go, but he thinks they should stay.
So
Everything
in a
is
way, it is selfishness also, no?
everything is selfishness. But see, a practical view of life is what? For a practical, materialistic, practical person, he is not upset when the world changes because he understands world changes. He has not seen anything stationary in this world. But when it comes to his family, he feels that they should stay, being impractical. There he loses his practicality because of emotions, correct? Because of selfishness, all that. But the logic falls apart here, there. They should stay. You understand everything doesn't change, everything doesn't stay. But you want this to stay. Hey, you brother, what is happening? Why do you make an exception here? On what basis? Why are you making that exception? I don't know, sir. I don't know. I'm making that exception. But for everything else, you're so practical. Attachment is you want things to stay in a particular way because of obviously you are dependent on them for your happiness. That's all correct. But you want them to stay. Is there anything in this universe which stays? No. You know that. Then how come all of a sudden you keep your brain aside on the table?
It's like दूसरे का बेटा साधु बने तो I'll हाथ जोड़ो, and if मेरा बेटा साधु बन के घर छोड़ के चला जाए तो it is wrong.
Yeah. That's selfishness.
So, sir, sorry, it's may sound a little personal. If when you joined this line, then your father must have like sort of felt much more, no, that you are leaving.
He was dead against.
That's what I'm saying, no? He
Yeah,
must be not happy at all
not at all.
by you taking up this line.
Oh, I left a green card which people are struggling to get at that
Absolutely.
2000. People are struggling to get green card. That the waiting period was 6 years, and pata nahi milega bhi nahi. Bush tha tab. And left the green card and came. And doing what? You left your job and doing some Vedanta where you don't know you have a job or not. Paise kahan se aa rahe? Kya hai? Kuch. How can, like, I understand his plight. But many people said, sir, you're such a young person. What a great job you're doing. You left everything. But they will not send their kids to academy to study. Oh, what a great service you're doing. Hundreds of people have told us. They'll not send their kids.
Matlab, you are the inspiration, but we don't want to
No.
inspire anybody.
So it's just a lip service. They don't actually understand. They don't actually not understand. They don't actually feel. There's no genuinity there when they say that.
Yeah, like how you don't feel ki we just say ki everything is going to go away, nothing is going
Fleeting.
to stay. We are just saying it.
They're just saying it. There's no understanding.
Hmm.
We all
It's
say that.
only verbal, yeah.
It's a WhatsApp message from our mouth.
Even death is a celebration, sir.
It is. But who celebrates?
If you can't grieve, that means you understand what is death. It is a part of life.
That is what it is, a WhatsApp message now. We all say that. It's a part of life. But when it comes to us, that's the problem. Just
Seen
like
so many old people fearing death.
yes, everybody fears death. Even you and I fear death. It just
Yeah,
not
but
come
we
to us.
accept it when it comes.
No, we don't accept when it comes. Nobody
Vivek, I
wants
would
to die.
say, Vivek, I would say rather than fearing death, you fear the suffering that precedes death.
No, you fear death as well, sir. Imagine no suffering. Imagine you have to go. See, it's very
But in that
difficult
case,
to.
you don't know. No, you're just gone. So
Yeah,
where's the question of fearing?
no. The problem is we can't even imagine that. See, you have everything now. Imagine leaving everything and don't know where you're going. Scary. But the more you understand, the scarier it becomes. Right now, this thing is we don't think. So since we don't think, we have no issues in life. The moment
It's
you think,
like ignorance is bliss
ignorance is bliss, they say it
in
is
this
like that.
context. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. We do not understand the depth of it. The moment you understand the depth of it, just see. Anybody who understands that death is an inevitability will take up to spirituality like no man's business. Seriously. Serious means what? On a bayonet's point, like on a gun point, they will take spirituality. If you understand the depth of death, if you understand death, we don't understand death. It happens to others. It even happens to the family, sir. It happens to me also, sir. You don't understand. You're just saying it. Just words. There's no depth. So here, uh, Krishna is saying, hey man, even if you think there is no self, there's nothing like that. Oh,
So
Mahabahu.
are you by any way implying that emotions are bad? We should not grieve. We should not feel happy. We should just remain like a stone.
When did I say that, sir? Emotions are a boon. Affected by emotions are a pain. You must have emotions, but the emotions cannot take control over my life. Emotions must not disturb my activities. Emotions should accentuate your activities. Emotions will uh, guide your activities. It should not hamper your activities. See, you should have an emotion of fear. If you don't fear, you will drive any like no man's business. Emotion is important. Fear is important. Love is important. But you cannot be dependent on the love, on that relationship. Emotions must be exercised, but you should not be, they should not take over you. That's the only issue. You will feel bad. Somebody, I know my friend, 26, passed away. After doing the course, he passed away. I understand that. It feels bad. But, अरे इतनी जल्दी he was in Canada. इतनी जल्दी मर गया. कौन बोल रहा है इतनी जल्दी? You decided time. What is the time? That is being impractical. It's not that I'm not emotional. I am.
So then it could be like this, no, like how we say that emotional is like moisture. Like if you put, uh, that does not mean if there are plants around, so you should not water them. But you have to water them how much adequate it's needed. If you over water them, then they are going to die. I mean, just maybe it could not be very precise, but like you need to be emotional, but not too less or not too more.
No,
I know
I,
I
I
can't
would
weigh
use,
my emotions as such. It's not a weighing scale, but like you know it, na? Like when your mind is overpowering you, so then it becomes over emotional.
right. So, see, uh, you can have emotions, but the word Swamiji uses very interesting. You cannot be emotional. You can have emotions.
Got it.
Right. Next verse 27.
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
Certain indeed is death for the born, and certain is birth for the dead. Therefore, you should not grieve over the inevitable. So he is continuing that, verse 26. Birth and death, as I said, means change. Change is inevitable. You're born in this class, you will die in this class and be born in the next session, which is whatever you're doing. Everything is a change. Any change philosophically is birth of one experience, death of another experience, death of that experience, and birth of another experience.
Yeah, all that is fine. All that is fine. Yes, death take place and birth take place. But at the same time, if you look at the practical part, you go to someone's house who's a near and dear one has died, and you tell him, "अरे ये तो होना ही था, उसका time आ गया, उसके कर्मों का फल है." Next day, you'll be turned out from his house, and he'll say, "You are not part of my group for that matter."
Yeah, correct only. So, what about that? What is the question?
The question is that you understand, yes, that's inevitable, but that you can't preach, you can't tell somebody else who is affected by that death. In other words, he is emotional at that time. So my question is, in such a situation, how do you handle that? How do you handle a situation? You can't be very blunt and say, okay, uska time aa gaya tha, he had to go away, etc. Although Panditji will say that his time had come, but then if you say that, you will be rebuffed. So my question is, how do you handle such a situation when you are called?
You cannot handle that situation. You have to be with them, that's it. When a person is not ready for philosophy, why are you giving him philosophy? Knowledge is not given. I'm not asking you to come for this class. You want the class? Class is available. Knowledge is not given, sir. This is fundamental. Knowledge is not given yet. Somebody asks you, then you give. Next verse.
No, we are coming to class to understand. And I hope that by questioning, we will not be turned away from the class in a lighter manner.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, I am saying that we definitely come to class to learn something new.
Yes.
But I hope, in a very joking way, I am asking, I hope by continuous questioning, we will not be turned away from the class.
Why would you be turned away from the class? How can somebody say don't attend the class? In the sense, if somebody is asking question, it's the duty of the teacher to answer. So your question is, I should not tell them philosophy. Of course, you should not tell them philosophy because knowledge is not given. Did they ask you? No. I can't go and tell you, अरे भगवद गीता सुनो आओ मेरे क्लास में. ऐसे कैसे होता है? तो we cannot flout the fundamental fact, fundamental dharma. Knowledge is not given. So when somebody calls you and some family member died of your relative, You have to go and console them. Just be with them. Yeah. Don't give them philosophy.
There is something I cannot say the words, but it is something like when you have that knowledge, it's like a diamond. You don't open it every time and show it to others. Ghat ghat par kyun khole, something like that. It is which I cannot
Acha.
place. Like two sentences. It is like it is yours. It is a diamond. You have it in a pocket or in a purse or something like that, in a hanky. So you don't have to open it and show it to everybody every time.
For
Correct.
everything, a time comes. The person will understand when a time comes the futility of death, etc. It's like fruit. A fruit will ripen only when the time comes.
Yes.
If you just keep on looking at it, hmm,
Yes.
so it won't happen for that matter. No,
Hana.
this happened with that olive tree story, the story
Mm.
of olive tree.
Mm. That's what, so if you are practical, you will not say anything to that person. And you just understand certain things.
No, and you said, no, sir, that knowledge is not for giving. It is to
Yes.
be given only when asked for.
Yes. That's true now.
You should not, you should always answer the person if he's questioning you something, if he's asking you something. अपने आप क्यों अपना जो भी ज्ञान है, थोड़ा है, ज्यादा है, क्यों अपने आप उसको प्रचार करना?
नहीं करना. Correct.
It's not like my dukan is just khali dukan. आ जाओ ले लो. It's not I'm
But
selling eggs.
see, that's one thing. The first of all, uh, that person is not ready.
Exactly.
The whole point is he ready to take something? See, he doesn't want a tennis ball. You're giving him 10 tennis balls. What will he do with that? I don't want tennis balls. मैं क्या करूँ उसका? Knowledge is like that. He is not ready for certain knowledge. That doesn't mean he's lower or upper, वो छोटा है बड़ा है कुछ नहीं. He's just not ready for the knowledge. I cannot give him that knowledge, unnecessary knowledge.
And sometimes you have to see the situation also. Like at certain times, you cannot be this way practical also. Maybe even that person is knowledgeable, that person also understands. But मैं कौन हूँ उसको समझाने वाला at that particular time?
True, true.
But at the same time, if knowledge and information is given in such a way that it will make the other person understand that it is beneficial for him, he will grab it definitely.
But he
Yes,
already knows it. For
no.
example, if he already knows it.
If he already knows it, then it doesn't help. But you can, if you know how to present it, instead and not upset that person, you can give knowledge very indirectly so that it helps. If you feel that you're obliged to do that in that particular situation, you can do that. But you got to be very sharp about it, very clinical about it.
Yeah, you have to weigh your words and talk.
Yes, you have to weigh words very much. And with the best of the intentions, you can give. But it cannot be direct again. It's to be indirect. Yes, it is not a hard and fast rule, sir, as you said.
Yeah.
Nahi dena hai. Sometimes you know that person in and through, he or she may not be asking, but you know they need it at that time. So you may sometimes give it direct, sometimes give it indirect. But generally, you don't give because they don't ask. They're not ready. They don't want it. That's the rule, general. Very few exceptions are there in life where you know certain people at certain times may need it. May. Right. So, verse 28, beings are unmanifest in their origin, manifest in their middle, unmanifest again in their end. Oh Bharata, what is there to grieve about? Again, see, again a practical angle is giving. पहले नहीं था, है, नहीं होगा. Like, for example, you're dreaming, you just fell asleep, bachelor, you fell asleep, you dreamt you had a family. nice, most beautiful wife, most adorable kids, the whole family, nice job, a car, going on a vacation, enjoying, and then suddenly you wake up. So the family was not there. The family was there. The family is not there. Now, would any of us grieve that the family met with an accident in the dream? Would you want to go back? Please don't. Please don't. Would you want to go back and then make sure that they reach the hospital? Would you want to go back to sleep? चलो 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 एटलीस्ट हॉस्पिटल में उनको पहुंचा के आता हूं मैं. कोई ऐसे सोचेगा क्या? स्वामी जी बोलते हैं अगर ऐसे सोचते हैं ना, बोलो मत किसी को. सर्टिफाइड पागल है. जो फैमिली आपने बनाया, जो फैमिली एक्सीडेंट हुआ उनका, you want to go back and send them, make sure that they're okay. This is how it is. Beings are unmanifest, manifest, again unmanifest. Oh Bharata, what is there to grieve? There's nothing to grieve about that dead family or whatever, accident family in the dream. This is how the world is. You were born into a family. Was that your family before you were born? No. Now you will die. Obviously, we all will die. When I say you, me included, we'll all will die. 100% will die. There's no doubt about it. I guarantee one thing, we'll all die. What will happen to the family? They will go on. You are gone somewhere else. They have their own issues. You have left them. You have nothing to do with them. Nothing. Zero. वो कौन है पता ही नहीं है अभी. You have cut everything. Oh, my brother. Oh, my mother. Oh, my sister. Oh, my own daughter, my beautiful daughter. गए खत्म हो गया. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता उन लोगों को क्या हो रहा है. अभी दूसरा फैमिली है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. This is how life is. So funny. You know, Krishna, it is said, after the war, some 46 lakh people died. So many people died. Everybody died. Only 8 people were alive. After the war, he started laughing. And everybody is like, "Kya hai? How bad it is? How can you laugh at such dead bodies?" How do you explain his laughter? You would say, this is really so bad. What kind of a God do you have who laughs at so much mayhem, so much murder? How can your God laugh like that? This is how he laughs. This is why he laughs. I don't know if it's given somewhere, but I've heard this. You are crying about the dream family. Your friend will laugh. Of course he'll laugh. You will also laugh. अरे क्या thought है मेरे को यार. I want to go back and put them in the hospital. What is this thought? You yourself will laugh. Life is an arrow shot in the darkness, fluttering in the light for a time and goes back to darkness. Matthew Allner. Life is an arrow shot in the darkness, fluttering in the light for a time and goes back to darkness. Whole thing is a mystery. Where did you come from? Where are you going? It's like you meet somebody in the Mela and then you say, this is it, life. You have to go back home now. You came from your home, you meet somebody in the Mela and you're saying, this is it. मैं इधर ही बैठूंगा अभी, मैं इधर ही घर बनाऊंगा, मेरे ये लोग हैं अभी. अरे तेरा फैमिली है. You have to go back. Yes, sir.
This is where our intellect comes into picture to make us understand the life need not go into dark and flutter away hither and thither, to make sure the life goes in a right direction, which is to the spiritual path. Thank you.
Correct. This is the wonder of human beings, the most practical beings, supposedly, becoming impractical because death is extreme. Death is extreme, I understand, death is extreme. But even relatively, we get so affected. That itself is extreme. Getting affected for small things is extreme. And we are supposed to be practical beings. I understand animals will also go through suffering, but they forget. But we keep on to those memories, which doesn't make any sense. Expecting what? What do we expect? See, if you're not prepared, this is the issue. Got to be prepared with this knowledge since when we are young. Or else we are grieving over spilt milk. What is the point?
That poem is there, this too shall pass. That actually is very good for that.
Even this shall pass. Nothing in the world is stationary. Nothing is, oh, I want it like that. You are very, very impractical when you say that. The most impractical person. क्यों इतनी गर्मी है? You become impractical all of a sudden. क्यों इतनी गर्मी है? What kind of a question is that? It's a Buddha question.
Like, sir, our guru, she used to say that बहते बहते पानी में हाथ धो लो, क्या पता ये पानी कल हो ना हो. It's like moving. You can't say that I'm washing my hands in that water today. Tomorrow I'll go, that same water will be there, that same thing will be there. It's fleeting.
True. See, every experience is like that. We must, for our own sanity, we must understand nothing will stay. Forget about death. Nothing will stay. Nobody will respect you. Somebody will respect you. It will not stay. The person who is respecting you will not respect you.
Correct.
Please, for your own sanity, we must understand that. It is not, even this shall pass away, best. It will not be what you want it to be. It will not. Impossible. So when we understand that, then there is an ease in life. नहीं तो we are one of those people who is
Box of complaint.
all the time complaining. Why live a life like that? I don't know. ये ऐसा है, देखो ना, ये सर ये ऐसे मैनिपुलेट करता है. What else? You think people don't manipulate? You think you don't manipulate? No, sir, मैं तो बहुत अच्छा हूँ. मैं कभी मैनिपुलेट नहीं करता. दूसरों को पूछो, वो बोलेंगे आपके बारे में स्टोरीज. सर ये तो बहुत मैनिपुलेटिव है.
सब एक ही चट्टे बट्टे के सिक्के हैं. कोई थोड़ा कम, कोई थोड़ा ज्यादा.
My guru says, if you see a negative thing in somebody, that means you have it. It's very interesting. He makes a statement. If you don't have that,
It's
you
very
cannot
deep.
see it. You just cannot see it if you don't have it. If you are an unselfish person, you cannot see selfishness. You just cannot. अरे वो सेल्फिश है, आपको नहीं मालूम. अरे उसने ऐसे इसलिए इस वजह किया होगा ना. क्या मालूम क्या हुआ होगा बेचारे का. Yes, sir.
Allow me to relate a very short story
Yes.
of two monks. The two monks were walking around, and then they were passing, and then they saw one beautiful girl over there, and they were about to cross the river. So one monk, what he did, he put the girl on his shoulder, and then they crossed the river. After some time, they were walking, and the other monk asked the first one, Sir, you are a monk. How can you do this activity? How can you pick up a girl and then not take her on your shoulder and go away? He says, you are still thinking about it. I've done a task. And then that thought is still in your mind. So that means the thought itself is impure for that matter. What you see, do that. Like I said, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिला न कोई, है ना? जो मैंने मन में देखा तो लगा मुझसे बुरा न कोई.
True. Any other questions? Next class will be substituted, right? And in April, one of the Sundays, I'll come Bombay again. I was thinking we can do this once in 3 months or something. Come.
Every quarterly interest.
Yeah, we can have a physical class. And no excuse, everybody has to come. I will record, but I will not send the link.
We'll record it with our other phone.
But we can have anybody's house we can have. If you want, then it will be also interesting for everybody. We can do that. Once in 3 months we can do it. That will be good. Anything else? Any feedbacks that you have? Yes. If not, we will end with a chant. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti. We'll meet next time. Hari Om.
Thank you, sir. Hari Om.
Thank you.